but you can literally bury this stuff in the ground, forget about it, dig it out when you need it, and know that it will still function as a real store of wealth that transcends time.
All right, Kyle, you've been in this business a long time, so I'm sure you've come across some interesting people and you have some interesting stories. I'm curious to know your favorite one.
Yeah, you're right. In my years of doing this, I have met a lot of interesting people and heard some interesting stories, but my favorite, I had a couple who lived in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. This is between Nashville and Chattanooga. And so they called up and said that they had just come into possession of a bunch of gold and silver coins. And they were really trying to vet me, asked a bunch of questions. They called back several times over the course of months before they ever set an appointment to bring them in. So the day comes for the appointment, and they actually had me drive down to their bank in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, to do this transaction. So I walk into the bank, and in this back room of the bank, this little tiny small town bank, they actually had a lunch buffet set up, like a potluck lunch when we were there. And we're in the back room, and there are 5 mason jars full of gold and silver coins from the 1800s and early 1900s there. And I'm like, what in the world is going on here? And so the story is that they had just purchased a home and had somebody over to clean out the gutters. And so this guy is up on the roof cleaning out the gutters. And as he's doing so, he looks out in the backyard, and behind this rock wall, he sees something shiny sticking up out of the ground. And so he goes over there to investigate and unearths these 5 mason jars full of gold and silver coins. And so we sat there, went through them, wrote them a check, purchased all of these. And that's just my favorite, is buried treasure, right? That's what you read about as a kid. And I love that story because it illustrates the point that if you wanted to, and I don't recommend it, but you can literally bury this stuff in the ground, forget about it, dig it out when you need it, and know that it will still function as a real store of wealth that transcends time.